Hi guys, today I'm showing you the Victorinox Executive. So I'll go over its features and then give you my opinion. Starting off with its features, it has a small blade, and compared to this is the standard Tinker, it is very small. It's just a little bit smaller than the small Tinker or the Recruit, but for the cutting length, it's got that much less, and then overall length, it's about that size. So also for the small blade, this is the small blade on the Tinker, just for comparison, and then the small blade on there. They're almost identical in size. The Tinker's just a tiny bit bigger, but this one's much thinner this way. This one's much more durable probably. But this is also a much smaller knife. So there's from end to end. This one is actually sharper just because it's a thinner steel. So if you're slicing boxes or paper, this one is going to serve you better because it's much sharper. Like these will cut through plastic, bags and paper, tape, all that kind of stuff super easily. The Tinker has no problem doing it. It's just it's a little bit thicker, so it's probably going to be a little more durable, but it's also not quite as sharp. Now this is an interesting tool here. It's actually an orange peeler. You can use it somewhat of like a pry bar or a little bit of a saw I've used it for, or like a scooper, scraper, kind of something like that. And then at the tip, it's a flathead. Now this flathead is really thin, so when you're trying to put it into flathead screws and turn it, there's a lot of give. So you have to really get up here when you're turning it and be really cautious that you don't want to break it or bend it. But it's actually a good screwdriver, and this is a really interesting tool. I really like it. So on this side, you have the nail file here, which works really good, and then you have the fingernail cleaner, and it's also used. You can also use it for Phillips screws as long as you're going in straight. So if you're going on a doorknob, you have to come in kind of sideways like this. It's not going to work for you. But this one is really thin, so it might. This is also really good for picking locks as the lever wrench. So you put this in down at the bottom of the lock and apply pressure, and then use your pick to push it upwards. Over here, you got these scissors. These are not small scissors, but they're not large scissors. But they're really sharp, really snappy. These are probably my favorite scissors actually, just because they're a lot snappier than the ones on the what's it called, the Huntsman or the Camper. Or not the Camper, sorry, Climber. But these are really sharp, really snappy. These are really good. This is a good overall, really small knife. It also comes with your tweezers, which are good tweezers, and then your toothpick. If you didn't watch my last video, I always take the toothpick out and replace it with this, which is another pair of tweezers that I made. And if you bend it back like this, right here, you can use for picking locks. And this one, because it has let me find it, the nail file, and it's kind of pointy. These two, I can pick a standard doorknob lock in probably maybe a minute or less, which is pretty fast. So it works really good. So if you lock your keys in your house or something, you're locked out, you can get in. So on my opinion, it also has a key ring. I forgot to mention if you couldn't tell. My opinion, very high. It is expensive. I paid about $40 for this, which is really expensive. But it is a good little knife, and I would recommend it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.